You're welcome at our campfire, my lord.
Are you Takeshi?
You know my name?
I'm Jin Sakai. Yuna sent me.
She's alive? Where is she?
The Mongols blocked the pass to Omi. I have to open the way and I can't do it alone. Yuna told me you can help.
Sounds dangerous.
I thought you were an expert hunter. Leader of the best archers in the prefecture.
Is that what Yuna told you?
She thinks you care enough to fight. Is she wrong?
About me? No. But my people need a reason to risk their lives.
It's going to be a cold winter. Why spend it on a mountainside hunting squirrel when you can live in a warm fort?
If we can stay till spring, we're in.
You have a deal.
This won't be like hunting wild boar. Come over here and you'll see.
Right to be angry with his nephew. The samurai must obey his lord. No exception.
Mongol archers guard the gate. Patrols ride in and out all day.
If we can get in from this side, Yuna and the rest of my friends will hit them from the south.
Yuna will be there? All right.
The fort was built around the cliffs. We can use them to get inside.
Woodcutter camp. Supplied lumber to the fort. Haven't seen anyone there since the Mongols showed up. How good are you at climbing?
Better than average.
네가 못 있어. 야선배. Dogs to stay. What?
Time to head for the woodcutter camp.
Sakai, come here. We made the climb, but it took hours. If we sit up here much longer, the Mongols are sure to see us.
Back away from the edge. I'll be right up.
Sure you will. Hey. Yeah. What's he doing? Did you see that? Yuna's got some interesting friends.
Let's plan our attack.
You can see inside from over here.
We'll get on that roof. Control the high ground.
You sound like Yuna.
She was a good teacher. Archers on that ridge will have a good view of the courtyard.
And plenty of targets.
The bulk of our force should go there.
You men with me. Everyone else get to the ridge.
If the enemy sees me, take them down.
Understood. Good luck.
Sit.
What sort of animals would do this?
The Mongol kind. The woodcutters must have resisted them.
Let's kill every bastard in this fort.
Another patrol. We'll ambush them when they come through. Hide.
You heard him. Move. Open fire on my signal. Let them get closer. Now, kill them all! I heard Lord Shimura has an army, with samurai from the Shogun. Why aren't you leading them?
Lord Shimura has his plan to fight the Mongols, and I have mine.
You're on your own. This fort isn't yours to give us.
The Jito is at his castle. He'll have no need of this place until spring.
We'll be gone before he shows up.
That came from the southern gate.
Got to see what's happening. Over here.
Yuna!
She did that?
We have to get over there. Let's get a look at the bridge.
The Mongols sent most of their forces over there. This is our chance.
If we charge across the bridge, we'll have to deal with that Hwacha quickly.
Could you sneak under the bridge with that hook of yours? Take the Hwacha by surprise?
I could grapple onto the tree and swing across. There's a way up the cliff on the other side.
If they spot you, we can hit them with arrows. Charge across or sneak over. Either way, it'll be risky. We'll follow your lead, Lord Sakai.
Get your people ready to move.
Ten negumben.
Reinforcements on the way! We have to help my friends at the gate! Yarikawa! Yarikawa!
There they are. They brought some friends from Yarikawa.
Figured it out! You're the ghosts! What you're supposed to be attempting for!
Keep fighting!
Finally got here! Don't get too close! They'll see me!
Stay safe, Kenji.
I'm trying to get away!
You should have waited for us to open the gate.
It was Masako's idea!
Lord Sakai, you're just in time. Keep swinging, Norio.
How many Mongols are left?
Just the ones here.
Then let's end it! That was close.
The fort is ours, my lord.
Is everyone all right?
Never better.
All things considered.
Good to see you, Lord Sakai.
Is it this cold everywhere up here?
You'll get used to it. Take any supplies we need, and prepare to ride for Jogaku. So, you and Takeshi,
That was my old life.
he and his people are more than hunters, aren't they?
Depends on how you look at it.
I told them they can stay and hold the pass for us. But I don't want bandits making trouble for innocent people fleeing the Mongols.
He knows what I'd do to him if they tried.
I think he's been looking forward to seeing you.
He's seen me. We can go now.
Let's get everyone to Jogaku. We'll plan our final attack from there.
It's time for the Khan to die.
Here!
Jin,
I'm sorry to interrupt.
you're not.
You've been praying.
To my ancestors. Asking forgiveness for what I'm about to do.
What do they say?
I can't hear them.
Perhaps your ancestors are silent because they can't do what you must.
I know where my sister is. Clan Kikuchi's old fort.
Then you're ready?
I have no incense left to burn. No more prayers to make. The Kikuchi estate is this way.
How did you find your sister?
She was married to a man named Ikeda, a retainer for Clan Kikuchi.
Their stronghold is near here, under the mountain.
She always wanted an estate and holdings of her own.
And with Kikuchi's men fallen at Komoda.
It made sense she would try and take Kikuchi's for herself.
Especially after she failed to take yours.
I asked around. It seems a new clan has taken up residence. Their emblem matches the one on the notes.
Then it's her.
People say she's turned it into a haven for refugees, claiming she knows what it's like to lose her home.
Do you think it's true?
We're about to find out.
Why would your sister say she lost her home?
She had to leave home when she married Ikeda.
You said Ikeda was a retainer,
Yes.
but you're the younger sister. Why were you the one to marry a samurai?
When we were young, bandits attacked our estate. Hana hid with our parents. I took up a sword. Only after I dispatched the bandits did a samurai guard arrive to help. Adachi was leading them. Hana saw him as a way to realize her ambitions, but he only had eyes for me.
She was jealous then. The seed of many betrayals.
I wanted to ease her heartbreak, so I helped arrange her marriage to Ikeda, and she was sent north.
Did you know the man you sent your sister to live with?
Ikeda was a respected widower. People spoke well of his kindness.
Kindness is a mask, easily removed behind closed doors.
What are you getting at, Jin?
I want to understand why she went to such extremes to destroy you. After so many years.
There is only one thing to understand. Hana murdered my family, and today she will pay for it.
Was there ever any sign of her betrayal?
We were never close, but our relationship was always cordial. I would see her at Lord Shimura's conclaves. We'd exchange pleasantries. I had no idea she held such hate in her heart.
But she was at your estate, the day of the attack.
She came that morning to wait with me for news from Komoda Beach. We were both concerned for our husbands. It was the first time I ever felt close to her. She met my grandchildren, brought them gifts. They loved her. Now I know she hadn't come for comfort, but to witness our deaths.
The women in your family fought. I saw that for myself.
I stayed with my son's wives while Hana took the children and ran for the stables. Afterward, I found what I thought was her body. The face was brutalized, unrecognizable. But the gold sash was Hana's. I buried her with my family.
She must have learned you survived the attack. Faked her death to escape you. A clever plan.
My survival was her greatest mistake. We're almost there. Leave the horses. We'll continue on foot. Guards at the gate.
Be ready. If this is a haven for survivors, there's no telling what to expect.
Where is Lady Hana?
It's Lady Masako! Kill her!
Cut them down!
Variant!
Help me open the gate.
Quickly, before more guards show up. So she is helping people.
Hana helps no one but herself. Lady Hannah, show yourself!
Kill them!
Where is she?
Reinforcements!
You serve a murderer! Face me, you coward! Push toward the dojo!
How many are there?
Doesn't matter. Kill them all! I've had enough! Kill them and let's be done with it! Please, don't kill me.
Where's Lady Hannah?
In the estate up the hill, my lord.
Tell the coward her sister has come.
What will you do when you see her?
Exactly what she did to me.
She's still your family.
My family is dead. She is nothing but a murderer. Hana, show yourself.
Little sister,
You let me think I buried you. Who was it, really?
a peasant woman killed by the Mongols. Did you weep for me?
You have taken everything!
Daughters and grandchildren. Not nearly enough. The Mongols robbed me of Adachi's death, and you cheated yours. But finally, I will take everything. Kill them.
Stop her. I will deal with them.
Thank you.
Attack! Take his head!
Masako.
You murdered my children. My grandchildren. Destroyed my family.
A small price to pay for what you've done.
I have done nothing.
You stole everything. Drove me from our home. Took the life that was rightfully mine. Left me with that abusive drunk in this frozen land. You would have to suffer an eternity of pain to understand the life I've lived. The life you forced on me.
None of that is my fault.
It is! And damn you for acting as if it isn't! You've come to kill me, so finish this. It will be your only kindness.
I can't end your suffering. But you can.
Now, you have nothing!
I never mourned my family. I've tried to honor them, meditate on treasured memories, but she consumes them. Even now, I have nothing left.
No. You've accomplished what you set out to do. You have honored your family, given them justice. Now you can find peace.
This path does not lead to peace.
Where does it lead?
I don't know. I have to continue walking it to find out.
I don't want you to go.
I must. But I will be there when you need me.
The ghost is one of us.
I feel like that too.
He's really a farmer from Tsushima. No.
I see you found banners. I overheard people talking about Lord Shimura. His survival, like yours, inspires much hope.
Generations ago, my uncle's clan was just a small family of warriors with no lands of their own. They were loyal retainers of Lord Kugewara, helped him to defeat the Heisuke outlaws who ruled much of the island at the time. Lord Kugewara's sons all died in the conflict, so he arranged for Tokiyasa Shimura to marry his only daughter. After Kugewara himself passed on, his holdings became Clan Shimura's.
A mighty tree grown from a humble acorn. Thank you for that knowledge, Lord Sakai. Your efforts are greatly appreciated. Take care.
You won't find these elsewhere, my lord. The Mongols will think they face death himself.
Thank you.
My black dice would suit you well, my lord.
Cloak yourself in darkness. I need more to achieve the perfect shade.
I don't want any trouble.
Why is he running away?
I'm sorry, my lord. You should look in the dye house. Sota is the one you want.
Speak with Sota. He's in charge. Stays warm inside the dye house.
Please, my lord, speak with Sota, the Dye Master.
Oh, sorry, my lord. I didn't see you.
You saw me just fine, and you ran.
I thought you were a bandit.
If bandits are giving you trouble, I can put a stop to that.
You should tell our head man, Sota.
I'm looking...
You're the samurai they call the Ghost.
And yet your people run from me. Why?
A stranger could be anyone. Mongols, bandits.
If they're preying on you, I can stop them.
Don't trouble yourself. We can manage on our own.
You're turning away help.
Our enemies are disease and starvation. Can't be cured with a blade.
If you insist, Sota. Something is off. I'll take a look around.
Over here. This way, my lord. But don't follow too close.
What do you want?
Please, come with me.
Why the secrecy?
I don't know these people, my lord. It's better if they don't see us talking.
They're hiding something.
They avoid this place like it's cursed. But I saw the one called Sota sneaking around here a few nights ago.
You're brave to speak up. Get out of sight. And be careful. What are these people hiding? Scraps of clothing. Women's. Bloody handprints. Scratches. People were locked inside these things. Try to claw their way out. Body. Drowned. Ground is too frozen for burial. According to Sota, most died from illness. All men, killed by weapons. Something or someone was hung from there. What's going on here? A large group, headed out of town. Someone killed people and let some villagers remain. Took others away. Let's find out where. They went this way. What's that ahead? Tracks. Must be headed in the right direction. Hands were bound. Tried to run, but they struck her down. Left her to die. They could have sheltered in that farmhouse. There they are. Hope the people they took are still alive.
Termun Baistarla! Harvo, you wait. Ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа. Эн харваач бэн. Zombies Basin юм Belgude.
It's over. I can take you back to your homes.
We will never go back. The men of Sago survived because they gave us to these monsters.
But many of them were killed.
The ones who stood up for us. We can make a new home here, my lord. But only you can give us justice.
You will have it. The men of Sago Village will answer to me. People of Sago Village, I am Lord Sakai. Get out here, now!
How can I help you, my lord?
You lied to me, Sota.
What do you mean?
The women of Sago Village are free.
What were we supposed to do? We're not fighters!
No, you are swine. All of you.
Spare them, my lord. It was my plan. I bullied them into it.
As you like, Sota. The rest of you leave Sago forever. If you come back, you will join Sota. Go!
Ah! I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
It wasn't our fault!
Please don't kill me!
My lord, what happened here?
The villagers taken by the Mongols are free. They're sheltered at a farm nearby. You should join them.
Anyway, it's better than here.
Sakai, we need to talk.
I think he was right to do it.
We are doomed.
Don't say that.
What hope is there if the Chito and his nephew are at each other's throats?
You're exaggerating.
When I was your age, people said I was the next Tadayori Nagao.
You're the best archer we've ever had.
Not even close. But I'm damn good.
And I'm grateful for everything you taught me.
I was so dedicated to my study, I never made time for a family. Tomoe was to be my heir. Her crimes, I could not forgive her.
No samurai would.
I devoted my life to the bow. The life it gave me was remarkable. But the life it took from me... Family is more important.
Sensei?
Don't become like me. Don't let the ghost consume you. Hey. Tomoe is somewhere in Kamiagata. A last-ditch effort to rally the Mongols and restore her reputation.
If she's here, we will find her.
And end this. Yes, we will.
said over there? Mongol convoy. Wiped out. By who? Burned the cart. Flaming arrows? All shut in the back. Probably ambushed. Japanese arrows. Lord Shimura's men? Japanese archers did this. Likely a group. Unless Sensei Ishikawa has been here.
Please, excuse me, my lord.
It's a bad idea to sneak up on me.
I thought you were with a man who killed these Mongols. He was samurai, but older. An archer?
Sensei Ishikawa. Where is he?
He said he'd come back to my house in a day or two.
Why your house?
I have food, a fire. Whatever his business was, it seemed urgent.
It's possible he picked up Tomoe's trail. Where's your house?
Not far, but there's a storm coming, and I need to check my snares first. Then I can take you there.
Fine, I'll go with you. What's your name?
Matsu, my lord.
What exactly did Sensei Ishikawa tell you?
Nothing more, my lord. He wasn't the friendliest man.
Sounds about right.
I never talked to a real samurai.
War brings unlikely people together.
It's my chance to ask a really good question.
Don't mess it up.
What's it like to hold the power of life and death in your hands?
It's a heavy responsibility.
But you secretly enjoy it.
Only a monster would enjoy it.
That's not the answer I expected. There! One of my snares.
Check it quickly. I don't want to miss Ishikawa.
Damn. Empty. Have to reset it.
You might have more luck hunting.
I could never do that. So awful.
Maybe try a different bait.
My bait never changes.
What do you use?
The illusion of opportunity.
There's your problem. That only works on men.
This way, my lord.
It's not easy surviving up here.
It's hard everywhere. I fled north when the Mongols came.
Alone?
My parents died when I was a girl. Been on my own ever since. Your family must be very important.
My uncle is Lord Shimura.
Wait. You're the one people talk about. The ghost. But you're not 10 feet tall with eyes like a demon.
No. But the stories frighten the enemy.
So that's it? It's just rumors and exaggeration?
To fight them, I've had to do things I would have frowned on before.
We all have. Look! They're stealing my catch. Drive them off, my lord. Please.
Wait here. They're starving. Hey!
Please don't hurt us, my lord.
That's not yours.
We are sorry. It's just a squirrel. We have eaten grass and tree bark for days.
Take it and go.
Thank you, my lord.
You let them escape. We thought dinner.
They were starving, and no threat.
Doesn't sound like the ghost I've heard about.
Not all the stories about me are true. The blizzard is almost on us. How many more traps do you have?
Just one. But it's farther away. No one will believe I talked to you. What's it like to be the ghost?
The stories are stories. Without allies and friends, I'd be dead.
You're just saying that.
I owe my life to many others, from the lady of Clan Adachi to a thief. People may not tell their stories, but I would not be here without them. We should get back soon. I don't want to miss Sensei Ishikawa.
The last trap is just a little farther, my lord. Here we are. Hope we don't go hungry. Look at this! Dinner!
You got something?
We might eat like civilized people after all.
What's out there?
The mainland. No Mongols, no war. Somewhere I can start over.
Say you make it to the mainland. What then?
In Kyoto, I'll open a fancy inn. Learn to play the shamisen. Welcome the undying parade of beautiful men and women, while my servants rub them blind.
Sounds like Kyoto's in trouble. It's snowing harder. We should go.
Maybe your sensei will be waiting for us. The weather's getting worse. Stay close.
If I get any closer, we'll have to share a horse.
What was that?
Never mind. Keep going.
My lord! Mongols! Close to the
Fight
coast!
me! I'll deal with them. Stay back.
Wie hoch tut das denn?
No wonder they tell stories about you.
Where's your house?
Not far. Come on. Here we are. Let's get inside. You seem too kind to be the ghost. But the way you killed those Mongols...
I do what I have to for Tsushima.
The truth is, we're both survivors. We have darkness in us. If we didn't, we'd be dead.
Sensei Ishikawa said something similar. But it sounds more natural coming from you. Tomoe.
Ishikawa always said I underestimate my opponents.
I don't have an arrow in my back. Why not?
The Mongols turned against me.
After you trained them to slaughter our people.
A mistake I tried to fix. But I can't kill all my archers. Not alone.
You need me. And the sensei. But we don't need you.
I know where they'll attack next. We can ambush them together. You get a victory, I get revenge.
I'll talk it over with Sensei Ishikawa.
Jin, you can stay the night.
No, Tomoe. I can't.
Sakai,
The ghost is one of us.
I feel like that too. He fights for us.
Sakai, you have news.
Something like that.
Lord Sakai.
I spoke with Tomoe. She's hiding in the north. The Mongols turned against her.
If you saw her, why is she still alive?
Her archers are preparing a massive attack. She wants the three of us to wipe them out.
Or she needs both our heads to get back in the Mongols' favor.
She could have killed me, Sensei, but she didn't.
I have never been rewarded for trusting Tomoe.
I don't trust her. But we need what she knows. And I believe she needs our help.
Then she's a fool. And we finish this.
Behind it.
Sakai,
You have word from Tomoe?
the three of us will meet. Then she'll reveal where and when her archers plan to attack.
You think she'll tell us the truth?
We'll find out. And Sakai, there will be no room for error.
I came prepared, Sensei.
Let's go.
Where are we headed?
North of Umugi Cove. She sent word to meet at an old gambling den.
Might be a good spot for an ambush.
We have the advantage. The Mongols turned against her. She is desperate.
Desperate enemies are dangerous.
Because they are unpredictable. But Tomoe has two choices. Enlist our help, or betray us. You spent time with her. What do you think?
She can help us wipe out her archers. The risk is worth it.
You're gambling with your life.
She could have killed me in Jogaku.
And lost me. This way, She gets us both.
If she doesn't ambush us, we hear her out. And if this planned attack is real, we cooperate. After that, we'll deal with her.
She betrayed her people. She will answer for it.
What will you say when you see her?
I have nothing to say to Tomoe.
You don't want answers? You haven't spoken since she joined the enemy.
Any chance of talking ended the moment she turned on me. We're getting close. Eyes open. We go on foot from here. Stay low. A lot of places to hide archers here. That's the gambling den.
No Mongols.
That we can see. Stop here. That outcropping to the right. I'll position myself there. Then you...
Jin! If I was here to kill you, you'd already be dead.
Damn.
Get over here.
You should wait out here.
Not a chance.
Stay alert.
Sensei. Jin?
Always so sure of yourself.
The one thing you never had to teach me.
Your archers are planning an attack. Where and when?
Umugi Cove. Heading there now.
Why tell us?
The Khan betrayed me. I'm taking my archers away.
And if we don't help you stop them, they'll wipe out Umugi Cove.
I don't believe you.
Do nothing. And watch what happens. Damn it. The Mongols followed me.
Damn you, Tomoe! Be judgment. Tomoe, you betrayed us.
Do they seem like my friends?
No more traps, Tomoe.
This wasn't a trap.
She fought back against the Mongols, Sensei.
To deceive us, so we lower our guard.
If I want to put an arrow in you, there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Enough! Umugi Cove could be under attack. We need to move.
Fine. But if Tomoe even breathes wrong, I'll put her in the dirt.
Both of you. This way.
Saving Umugi Cove won't make amends for your crimes, Tomoe.
They forced me to teach a way of the bow.
Did they force you to kill your own people at Fort Nakayama?
They were being tortured. I offered a quick, painless death. And the Mongols spared me. I won't apologize for surviving.
Mongol patrol.
I've got it.
What's the best route to the coast?
If they see us headed for Umugi Cove, Tomoe's archers could be alerted.
Agreed. We should stay off the roads.
Cut through this field.
How did you find my camp in Akashima?
Your people attacked me. We tracked them.
I told them to avoid you two. I had plans for a dozen more camps.
I'm glad they ignored your orders.
I lost control. By the time we set up in Kushi, I wasn't in charge.
More ahead.
A lot more.
Take them. Sound like Sensei Ishikawa.
The trees at the end of the field. We can rest there, out of sight.
Tomoe, you said you lost control of the Mongols in Kushi, but a woman saw you there with them.
A woman you burned alive.
That was not my doing.
Not with your bow, but you trained her killers.
Most of the time, I convinced them to spare lives, not take them. Over here! Get down!
The Mongols are out in force.
They're hunting me. I thought I lost them.
Didn't think to mention that earlier.
I'm mentioning it now.
Wait here until nightfall. We can use the darkness to our advantage.
Will they attack the cove before then?
No. They'll position archers. Make sure no one gets out. Plan their slaughter.
Get some rest. I'll keep watch.
Sun's down. Ready?
Tomoe, you're in front. The sensei and I will follow.
So you can stab me in the back?
If the Mongols spot you first, we get out of sight and drop them. Let's go.
Stay close.
Don't let her out of your sight, Sakai.
I can hear you, Sensei.
Good. Mongol lookouts ahead.
Jing, you take one. I'll take the other.
More on the way. Hide yourselves.
Gaan je gaat gewoon ik bossen niet met de groeien.
Dagoro, not there. Bosodden, ende sonor serem steba. On your mark, Sakai.
Don't miss, Sensei. One arrow, one death. You took that last one with the circling falcon shot, Sensei.
You saw that. You changed your form too.
I shift the right hand down, so when you release...
That's interesting.
Nobody said this would be easy.
We get in a fight here, your archers will be alerted. Start the attack before we reach the cove.
We can't risk it. What do you think, Sakai?
Follow my lead. Don't fall behind.
Pearson bit. Hier bist Pearson. Ne kusum talta! Şunlasın borgomcu! Topsa teki sum! 내게 못 써. Engel bezem peçu.
My archers.
The moment we attack, they'll retreat into town. Use it to defend against us.
Innocent people will die.
See the barrels in their carts? I'll circle behind. One flaming arrow.
Once you shoot, they'll be on you. If you stay back in the tree line...
I might miss. I need to get close. Let me undo the damage I've done.
Go.
You trust her?
I trust her desire for revenge. So that's how she stayed one step ahead of us. You taught her well, Sensei.
I know. Get ready. Not bad, Sakai.
Where's Tomoe?
I don't know. Was she wounded?
Tomoe!
Near the end of the fight, I saw her by the archway over there.
That leads straight into Umugi Cove.
If any Mongols try to retreat that way...
Maybe she gave chase.
Tomoe knows that killing her archers won't erase her crimes.
But she got her revenge.
Is that all she got?
She fought alongside us. That will mean something once we defeat the enemy.
Forget the Mongols. What does she want in Umugi Cove?
There's not much here besides thieves and cutthroats. Damn it, and smugglers.
She needs a boat to get off the island.
You there!
Yes, my lord.
Did you see a woman run through here?
A warrior. She was headed for the beach.
This way! Tomoe played us for fools.
She helped save Umugi Cove.
The Mongols were hunting her. We gave her safe passage to a way off the island.
We're always one step behind.
But there's still time to stop her.
Waves lapping against the hull. Free breeze.
Wait.
Sensei Ishikawa, we have judged each other harshly, but the Buddha tells us that our greatest enemies can be our best teachers.
I am grateful for your teaching, and for the chance to fight by your side a final time. I have been your student. I would have become your daughter, but the way of the bow is behind me now. What lies ahead? I am like an arrow shot from a bow. Who knows where the wind will take me?
It's over.
Maybe she'll reach Kyoto after all.
If she were anyone else, I'd say that's impossible.
We still have a war to finish. A home to rebuild.
I have no more lessons to give in this life, except one. Promise me, you won't repeat my mistakes.
I promise, Sensei.
Tomoe could have become a great samurai.
A monk preaching the Mongol cause.
If we submit to the Mongol Empire, there will be no punishment.
I've done nothing to you.
You're the ghost?
You were praising the Mongols. Do they pay well for your services?
If they refuse, they kill us. But the Guardian's brother will change that.
What do you know about Norio?
He's going to lead us to victory. I can take you to him.
Quickly.
This way, my lord.
Does Norio know you're helping the Mongols?
Until we take back Cedar Temple, he told us to keep cooperating, so they don't suspect us.
That doesn't sound like Norio.
Really? But you inspire everything he does. He always talks about what he learned from the ghost.
What are you doing back here?
I brought the ghost! Norio is inside with the
Storm
others.
the main gate. Draw their attention. We'll send small bands up each side to flank. Use the tree line as cover. Lord Sakai. Everyone, give me a moment to speak with Lord Sakai. You arrived just in time. This way.
I hear you're planning to take back Cedar Temple.
We've been training hard. They're ready.
I recognize some faces here.
From Akashima. I sent messengers to Kushi Temple, but no one came.
After all we did there.
We can free Cedar Temple without them.
You think these people can take back the temple?
We can handle it on our own.
Why risk their lives?
Cedar Temple can be a beacon for all of Tsushima. Everyone who takes part in the attack will be a messenger of hope. We can't carry this message alone. This victory has to be theirs.
When do we ride, Norio?
At dawn, my lord. We ride for Cedar Temple with the ghost! When you took Castle Kaneda, you did it without the samurai. You must have had doubts going in.
I wasn't sure we could take Kaneda until it was done.
I feel the same without my brother and his men by my side. I wish Enjo was here with us.
His spirit is. You have supporters, Norio.
They remember the Guardian, and they know why we ride for Cedar Temple.
They're fortunate you fight for them.
We should get off the road. This way. The temple is just ahead, through the cedars.
Are they holding any monks hostage?
No. One reason I told them to cooperate, reduce their risk when we attack.
Good thinking.
We're getting close.
Breathe, Norio. You can't fight if you hold your breath.
How could you tell?
I know you well enough by now, my friend.
Norio, and the ghost. We came as soon as we could.
It's good to have Kushi Temple with us.
Cedar Temple, Akashima, and Kushi stand together as one.
You'll attack through the main gate?
Yes. Draw the Mongols' attention while the others flank.
What do you want me?
My lord, this may be my plan, but you should fight as you see fit. All of you, follow me. Stay close.
Not one of you will die. Everyone who falls will live forever in history. They have a Hwacha!
Lord Sakai.
The temple is yours.
The last time I was here, my brother, Hochi, the abbot, they were all alive.
Starting today, you can rebuild.
Come with me to the main hall. I have to make sure the Mongols did no lasting damage. This way, my lord.
Norio! Lord Sakai,
What's wrong?
do not go inside the main hall.
Get a hold of yourself. Whatever the Mongols destroyed, we can rebuild. The hall looks fine from the outside. Nothing damaged or stolen.
Norio.
Angel? When they took you out of the pit, I thought...
The Mongols promised to spare you. If I told them everything.
I'm here, Angel. It's all right now.
I told them about the abbey. Hochi, Kuchitsera, Inakashima.
It doesn't matter.
Lord, I held on to see you. But I can't live like this.
Yes, you can.
Please, brother. Please.
Lord Sakai, would you leave us?
Yes.
His name is Kharcho, the one who burned my brother and cut off his limbs.
This Haricho is among the dead?
Not yet.
Norio, your brother was the Guardian. He died a hero.
No, he didn't. I can find out where this Mongol coward is. But then I'll need your help.
You'll have it.
When the snow lets up, we'll hold the funeral.
My lord, can I help you?
I'm looking for Norio. Where is he?
He brought his brother's ashes to a cemetery. It's in the hills to the south.
I'll look for him there. Thank you.
Enjo's urn. He liked the open air better than the pagoda at Cedar Temple.
The Mongol you're looking for. Haracho. Have you found him?
He's not far from here.
Norio, Cedar Temple needs your leadership.
This comes first.
Revenge is not the first duty of a monk.
Before I was a monk, I was a brother.
Don't do this alone. Let me help.
If you wish.
Where do we find him?
Fort Shoni.
You're sure he's the one responsible?
When I find him, he will pray for a quick death, and his cries will go unheard.
If the situation were reversed, I have a feeling Enjo would forego revenge.
If it were reversed, I'd be dead, and the Guardian would live. Tsushima would be better off.
Go back to Cedar Temple. Let me take care of this.
You're not talking me out of it.
I don't want you to become...
Like what? You?
Like so many others who have been changed by this war.
It's far too late for that, my lord. There's a spot down here where you can see the fort. I put everything you taught me to good use tracking Kharsho.
What does he look like?
Like every other murdering, honorless Mongol dog.
You may only get one chance at him.
I'll know him when I see him.
When you have him in your sights, strike without delay.
Dogs! Get away from there!
Norio!
Please! We were just hungry!
Spare us! We're leaving!
Norio, they weren't a threat.
Maybe. They're definitely not now. They should have known better. Advance and reach Nirvana. Retreat and find hell.
What's that from?
A prayer Enjo inscribed on this Naginata after he saved Kushi Temple from bandits.
And became the Guardian. He suffered more than either of us know. But he held on so he could see you.
Do you know what his last words to me were? I was wrong.
About what?
I'll never know. Kharsho's last words will be a howl of pain.
We should get some rest, Norio. For tomorrow.
You're right, my lord. I'll save my strength for Kharsho.
Norio. Where is he? fort is in flames. What did Norio do?
My lord! Please, help! He's gone mad!
What happened?
Norio! At first, when I saw him, I thought my prayers were answered, but...
Return to Cedar Temple. I'll handle this. Seek refuge in Amida Buddha. Who did this?
Norio. He's lost his mind.
You do not have the courage to do it! Burn! Burn for your crimes, butcher!
You once told me you would never swing your naginata in hatred.
I did what the ghost would do. And now Harsho is gone. I'm not going back to Cedar Temple. Not after this.
Where will you go?
It doesn't matter. He was still alive when I lit the wood. When he screamed, it filled me with joy. And I would do it again. I'm no longer a monk.
You don't get to give up. We all have regrets and broken promises. But this island needs you. The last warrior monk of Cedar Temple.
I can't go back to what I was before this.
I'm not asking you to go back. I'm asking you to keep your faith and move forward.
Thank you, Jin.
I'll see you at Cedar Temple.
I think he was right to do it.
The ghost is a hero.
He's a samurai, isn't he?
All warriors stood against the and the spirits bound to this.
Please. Almost lit.
Will the fire not light?
No, my lord. The wood is too wet, and my hands too cold.
Let me try. Oh, never been so cold. You'd be better off somewhere warmer.
As would you, my lord. For now, share the fire with me, and listen to the tale of this mountain. Long ago, fire fell from the sky and landed atop Mount Jogaku. A lone warrior braved the dangerous climb and found a giant rock covered in flames. He touched his sword to the fire. Flames engulfed the steel, but left him unharmed. He created a new fighting style he called the Way of the Flame. The warrior took pieces of the rock west with him to China. There he sought answers about its origin from learned monks and scholars. After months of travel and research, fire fell from the sky once more. He led the people to it and showed them it was nothing to fear. For he believed the Way of the Flame was a gift from the heavens, and he shared its secrets with all who wished to learn. Handed down through generations, the Way of the Flame has returned to Tsushima. The Mongols wield it against our people. But rumor says the fire still burns atop Mount Jogaku, waiting for any who can survive the climb.
So you wish to know if the tale is true? Will you make the climb?
Not I, my lord. I told the story to a Ronin not long ago, and he began the climb. Though I fear the cold will take him.
I'll find what secret the mountain hides. So cold. Getting cold. Need warmth. Soon. Can't take much more cold. So cold. Need warmth. Soon. Need a fire soon. Getting colder. Need warmth. Soon. Need warmth. Soon. Need a fire soon.
Too cold. Can't make it. Come. Rest by the fire, my lord.
Thank you. Are you all right?
My pride hurts more than my body.
It's an unforgiving mountain. What were you hoping to find at the top?
Answers. Power. Anything. A flaming sword would be useful in a place like this.
So it would.
I'm sure you'll pass the mountain. Good luck, my lord.
Lord Sakai turned his back on us. Nothing can do.
Getting colder. Need to warm up. Need a fire soon. Getting colder. Need warmth. Soon. Can't take much more cold. Real light. Warmth feels good. Getting colder. A death poem. The mountain beat them. Getting colder. Getting colder. So cold. Need to warm up. Getting colder. Need to warm up. That campfire is my only hope. Need a fire soon. I can stop shivering for a while. Another death poem. So close to the peak. getting colder. Need to warm up. Need a fire soon. Someone built a dojo here.
Welcome, my lord. Call me Betomaru.
Jin Sakai. I wasn't expecting to find anyone up here.
I've wondered if any would make the climb. You seek the way of the flame.
Invaders from the west with flaming swords threatened Tsushima.
They brought back the gift offered to them by my ancestor.
Teach me, Betomaru. A samurai will show the Mongols the true power of your way.
Take a piece of the rock, and we will face each other in combat. Only then will you learn the way of the flame.
Now to duel Betomaru and learn his technique.
The way of the flame is unforgiving. Now, strike your sword against your piece of the rock. Once more, let the way of the flame guide you. Our fight ends here, my lord.
Good. The way of the flame is not meant for friendly rivals. I will wield it well against the enemies of Tsushima.
You have learned the way of the flame. Never forget it is a gift that fell from the heavens, Lord Sakai.
You returned safely.
It was a treacherous climb, but I've learned the way of the flame.
It's unruly and powerful, my lord. Take care the flames do not burn you.
The way of the flame will only consume the Mongols.
I've never told anyone this, but I almost died in such a war.
The ghost is one of us.
I feel like that too. Fighting for us.
All warriors stood against the living and the dead. Spirits bound to this world are forced to fight.
What happened? Nothing. What? Something different. Maybe it's...
Whatever happened to that?
I'm happy to offer my services. An excellent choice.
Goodbye.
I look forward to hearing of your victories.
It's good to have some extra hands around here.
How are the others?
Ready to follow wherever you lead. The sensei told them you're the only person on Tsushima who can kill the Khan.
I can't do it alone. Or without a plan of attack.
And we know he's at Port Izmi, surrounded by an army.
We need to know the weakness in their defense. How to get past them. And where to find the Khan.
Sounds like we need a hawk's view of the place. I know where we can get one. We'll have cover of darkness if we leave now. Port Izmi. We'll have a better view from the lighthouse. Just need to get up there.
Without being noticed. Let's move.
Why would the Khan come? Yeah.
He'll sail for our mainland. Attack it, just like you did here. This is our last chance to stop him.
These flowers.
The same ones I used to make my poison.
The Mongols have been here picking them.
To use against us.
Did we do the right thing at your uncle's castle?
I took a risk, and my poison saved thousands.
What if it kills thousands more?
You have to stop the Khan before it comes to that.
You're right. We need to kill him. Soon.
We can't get in the front, but we could climb around the cliff.
And sneak in through the back. Lead the way.
가라고! 가라고! 어찌 메리!
What's in all these barrels? Supplies?
Flowers. Poison. One barrel holds enough to kill hundreds. Khan will use this against the mainland. We can't let him leave Tsushima. We'll scout Port Izumi from the top of the lighthouse.
Right behind you.
Look at the waves. They're flat.
The kind you see before a storm.
That could work to our advantage.
Over here.
Let's find our plan of attack. The Mongols left that area empty.
Too open. Can't defend it.
But a good place for an ambush. That ridge has an open sightline to the Mongol fleet.
Imagine what we could do to their ships if we had our own watchers.
We could place archers there.
Force the Mongols to fight uphill?
Khotan would send horsemen to outflank us. See how the birds are circling?
Like they're scared of something on its way.
The storm. Preparing to fly inland for shelter. The harbor master's estate. The Khan may have taken it for himself.
Close to the docks. And his fleet. Makes sense.
Khan is almost ready to sail for our mainland. With ships full of men, explosives, and my poison. If we don't stop him here, the shogunate will fall.
Storm is our key to beating him.
When it comes, the Khan will have to shelter his fleet in the bay. That's when we strike.
Destroy his ships and everything on them. To do this, we'll need Mongol weapons.
A simple task for a master thief.
We'll need fighters, too.
A small force could distract the Mongols, while I get inside Port Izmi and kill the Khan.
It could work.
Let's get back to Jokaku and prepare.
I'm surprised the Mongols haven't destroyed any of the sword monuments. Nobody would dare destroy. Here on Tsushima? Sure.
I've got some good news.
Poison Mongols.
Are the plans coming?
Kenji found where we can steal watches from the Mongols. I'm heading there now.
That's a good start. But we need more fighters.
No.
My uncle wants the Khan dead as much as we do. He'll join our attack.
He'll throw you in prison.
I'll write him a message. Leave it in his quarters.
In a castle full of samurai.
I'll be gone before they know I was there. There. Let's hope my uncle reads it.
I'm not letting you leave without a good horse. I can't replace what you lost. But give one of these a chance.
Easy there. It's all right. I'm a friend.
What will you name this one?
Kage, born from the darkness.
Good choice. How will you get inside your uncle's castle?
I grew up there. And I still remember every hidden path through those old walls. Even as a boy, Lord Shimura couldn't keep up with me. Quickly, Kage!
Uncle.
Jin, why did you run away?
I wanted to catch an eel for your dinner.
Were you planning to catch it with your bare hands?
Ryuzo said you'd get rid of me as soon as you had a son of your own.
Jin, come here. Your friend is wrong. A path ahead may take a lifetime, but I will walk it with you. Always.
They won't be watching the cliff face. Colder than last time.
Be careful, Ghost. The samurai are watching for you.
If I attack the gods, it will prove I'm the monster they think I am.
Heard Lord Shimura will give a speech outside the main keep later.
He wants to rally the men. Maybe we're finally going to march against the Khan.
Could use my grappling hook under the bridge, or find a way to make sure I'm not seen.
All right. Everything's in order. You can go.
Lord, Simba, the Mongols turned the Straw Hats against us. Can't be sure you can trust them. But we're not Remember all that the silk trader? I hear he got some of the ghost's poison and used it on Lady Kina.
She was his only business rival.
Now she's a bloated corpse. Poison made her bleed from her mouth. That's why they search out the parts. No, you would never have Tsushima. Me neither. That's just how things are now.
His hiding place and burn it. He will serve as an example to all of what awaits those who dare challenge us. We will remind our people who their protectors are. Not vulnerable ghosts spreading terror, poisoning our land. Noble warriors, they embody the true spirit of the samurai.
Let's check.
Uncle, he can't know I'm here.
We should have delivered that speech together.
Damn you, Jin.
What was that noise?
Coming.
Thinks he can hide from me. Let us stop wasting time. His quarters are on the top floor. Now's my chance to get up there.
The Mongols have suffered defeats at Granite Pass and Jogaku Temple. We believe the Ghost is responsible for both. What do you wish to do?
The Shogun's orders were clear. I'm aware of his orders. Our top priority remains the Mongols and then Higa.
Of course, Lord Shura.
Have you learned the Khan's location?
The scouts we sent north never returned. I fear they were caught here.
They were searching.
Leave the message where he can see it.
He's here! Guards!
Uncle, forgive me for not facing you in person. The Khan's fleet has gathered at Port Izumi. His ships are loaded with poison that would devastate the Shogun's army. But when the next storm arrives, I plan to kill the Khan and sink his fleet. I ask that you join me. I hope we can meet again. If not as father and son, then as warriors who have walked different paths. Whatever you believe I've become, I will always be your family.
What took you so long? You had us worried. I thought you'd been caught.
Delivering my message wasn't easy.
Did your uncle read it? Will he help us defeat the Khan?
I hope so. But we can't wait to find out.
Wind's getting stronger.
The storm will be here by morning. Did you secure the siege weapons?
Enough to cause plenty of damage. Also found some deserters from your uncle's army who want to follow the Ghost. We're ready.
Tell the others we attack at dawn.
I'll spread the word, but you should check on them. They want to hear from their leader.
Lord Sakai, the warriors of Yarikawa have come to follow the Ghost.
Thank you, Daikoku. We will defeat the Khan together.
Greetings, Lord Sakai.
Sakai,
It's good to have your bow with us, Sensei.
I gave you my word.
You've given me more than that.
Don't get sentimental, Sakai.
As you like, Sensei. I'll let you prepare for tomorrow.
I prepared my whole life. One more day makes no difference.
Jin,
Masako, I wasn't sure you'd come.
I said I'd be there when you needed me. But I need the Khan dead too. He murdered my husband, and his men slaughtered my sons.
We won't let them escape justice.
I'll help you make sure of it.
Get some rest. Tomorrow will be a long day.
Or a very short one.
Heard the Mongols are taking blacksmiths into their camps and forcing them to make weapons.
I'd rather die than cut. You make weapons, kill us.
I would do whatever it...
Here we are, my lord.
You're in good spirits.
Of course! I've been sipping good spirits all day.
Don't sip too much. You don't want to sleep through tomorrow.
Joking aside, there's no way I would miss tomorrow. I'm here for Taka.
Thank you, Kenji.
Lit up the night sky. So it's true. They have weapons that throw fire itself. No wonder they were able to destroy entire villages so quickly. And that's not all. Have you heard the explosions? My horse went off because of them. How are we supposed to fight back against them?
How many horses?
We've come a long way since you pulled me off Komoda Beach.
You were so heavy I could barely drag you. Had to strip you half naked just to reach town.
I wouldn't be here without you, Yuna.
I can't lose you, Jin. After everything we've been through, everyone we've lost, I can't.
I have to stop the Khan.
No, you don't. We could find a boat, sail somewhere quiet, while your uncle fights his samurai war.
Do you really want that?
No.
If I fall, promise me you'll keep fighting.
You're a real bastard, Jin Sakai. You should get some rest.
Not yet. Let's sit. Just a little longer. This is it. We have one chance to take down the Khan before he attacks our mainland. Kenji, what's the status of our siege weapons?
Ready to rain fire on the Mongol fleet.
Good. Yuna will signal your attack. Once the volley begins, the Mongols will charge your position and run right into our ambush.
The explosives are set up. Archers on the rooftops.
We're with you, Sakai.
Thank you. All of you. Go.
Jin, there's no sign of your uncle.
That storm's not waiting. And neither are we. Get ready to fire the signal arrow. Now! Mongols are coming. We'll cut down anyone who gets through.
This is for my son!
Watch your back, Masako!
Don't let him get behind us!
Take the fight to them! Forward!
More Mongols up there!
Charge them, or they'll pin us down!
Push them back!
Kill them all!
Plan worked.
The Mongols are regrouping.
We won't give them a chance.
Norio is leading the rest of our forces up the hill.
Then we'll join him and press the attack.
Oh, you're all safe.
This is where it ends. Today, the Khan dies. Lord Shimura isn't here. We fight alone.
We'll lead an attack on the main gate. Distract the Mongols while you find a way inside.
You'll be overwhelmed.
We came this far. We're not turning back now.
You are all the bravest warriors I've ever known. I hope to see you again.
Leave the battle to us.
What are we waiting for?
No mercy for the Mongols!
Fight! 내기 harsinta. Finland, aşağı yamço. Nereye jingu?
Need to get to a rooftop, look over the camp, figure out how to find the Khan.
Ateş beri. Ой, уdah kıkça harta. 점타락 두시가 있는 이와서 죽다. ой, уdah kıkça harta.
That watchtower is perfect. You can see the whole camp from there.
내기 harsinta. Doşo!
Khotun Khan.
For Tsushima! No mercy!
Just have to reach the manor house.
내기. 된 내게 못 써. 제유 없어.
Reach beschwert.
이 뭐? 도서! 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 Ready for
all this death. Because you and your uncle would not surrender. I offered you peace, and you chose war. Now, the people of your mainland suffer. You will never leave this island.
I will avenge the people of Tsushima.
Vengeance! The petty wish of a child.
You will never leave Tsushima. I will avenge the people of Tsushima.
Vengeance! The petty wish of a child.
You will never leave Tsushima.
You're weak. I defeated you before.
You sound afraid.
him down!
Another will come. We will be remembered forever.
No, you will be forgotten.
This is yours.
Khan is dead, but his army is still here. Our home won't be safe until we drive them out to sea.
And when they're gone, what happens then?
We start new lives.
I used to know what my new life would be. Now I'm not even sure who I am.
You're a great warrior. A loyal friend.
And a thief.
That's the past. What you become tomorrow is your choice. We can't stay here long. My uncle will come looking for us.
No, he won't. After the battle, he sent a messenger.
Did he offer to make peace?
He wants to meet you by the still waters under the red-leafed tree.
Omi Lake. We used to spar there when I was a child.
Want company?
I need to face him alone. He's my only family.
I know. It still hurts, thinking about Taka. The smell of smoke in his hair. His quiet laugh. The hell he'd give me for drinking too much. My whole life, he was part of me. And now... I'm alone.
You're not alone. You have me.
A ghost. You belong to everyone.
All warriors put against the living forced to fight. It's quiet here without the ghost.
Lord Shimura isn't here. I'll wait for him on the dock.
Jin,
Uncle.
I wasn't sure you would come.
I wanted to talk with you. If we work together, we can drive off the remaining Mongols. Start rebuilding our home.
That is not your duty. The Shogun has disbanded Clan Sakai. As of today, you are no longer samurai.
I sacrificed everything for my people. And I would do it again.
New samurai are coming to replace those we lost. They will occupy your land and estate.
I have to say goodbye to my home.
Ride with me.
Will you remain in Jito of Tsushima?
Yes. The Shogun asked me to train his warriors to fight the Mongols.
Good. They won't give up until they've conquered all of Japan.
I will spend what years I have left ensuring they fail. A task I hoped we would face together, as father and son.
You can still remarry, start a new family.
Yes, I suppose I can. Looks like he could use a push.
Here, let us help you.
Do not trouble yourselves, my lord.
Nonsense.
You can't do it alone.
You are much too kind. The mud is thicker than it looks.
That's a heavy load. Where are you headed?
Jogaku. The Ghost Army is up there.
He has an army.
You didn't hear? They'll sail for the Mongol steppes with a storm at their back. Burn their homes to the ground.
An impressive goal.
This is everything I can offer them. I hope it helps.
Then we will see you on your way.
Thank you, my lord.
Jogaku is many miles from here. Keep away from the mud and the Mongols.
I will.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Not here. Follow me.
I don't have an army.
Every day, more people flock to your cause. The Shogun is concerned. I am concerned.
You have nothing to fear.
When the new clans arrive, will people bow to their samurai? Or betray them in the name of the Ghost?
I won't let them do that. They'll listen to me.
You openly defied me, Jin. My most trusted warrior. You taught our people to disobey their leaders. What makes you think your followers will obey you? That's enough riding. Walk with me, Jin.
As you wish. My family's cemetery.
The resting place of 7 generations of Sakai, including your mother.
And my father.
We must pay our respects.
I will miss this.
So will I. The Shogun has declared you a traitor.
He ordered you to kill me.
The Ghost was an outlaw. He taught our people to defy their leaders.
To defend themselves.
With poison. A gift you gave to our enemy.
I had to stop you from throwing away our people's lives.
You have no honor.
And you are a slave to it.
You are my son. Now I must continue the line of Shimura without you. I must start a new family.
And my head is the cost.
Taking it is my punishment. Our final day together. It is beautiful. It's time. Write the last words of Clan Sakai.
And Clan Shimura. Strength in every step. A fate neither of us want. Will death redeem us?
Your parents will always be with you.
Yes, Uncle.
I will train you to become the strongest warrior Clan Sakai has ever known. I will raise you as my own son. Are you ready?
I am ready. I don't want to hurt you.
The wounds you dealt my spirit will never heal.
Killing me will only make them worse.
I can't fear the Shogun.
You want revenge for my failure.
This is not my revenge. It is... Honor me with a warrior's death.
I will make sure you are remembered as a great warrior, a wise leader, and a father.
Thank you, my son. Find me in the next life.
I will.
fallen at my family cemetery. Beautiful. Even in death. I lived under these banners most of my life. The twin mountains of Clan Sakai. I won't let my family fade from memory. Lady Masako lost everything. And everyone. If she can keep moving forward, so can I. Used to think I only needed a horse, a bow, and my katana. How long did it take Yuna to make this? I owe her everything. She's the one giving me gifts. You were faithful to the end, Nobu. Yuna's knife. The blade's dull. Can't believe it's still in one piece. Norio promised he'd teach me to play the horagai, so we can signal each other across the island. Yuriko helped me pick these for my mother. I can't believe she kept them all these years.
Jin, I like your new home. It suits you.
It will have to do, now that Clan Sakai is gone. And I've been branded a traitor.
I heard about your uncle. I'm sorry.
He's gone. I did what I had to.
What matters is you're alive. You defeated Khotun Khan and left the Mongols without a leader. The mainland is safe.
But our home isn't. The Khan's forces are stuck here, more desperate than ever to conquer our island.
Then we'd better keep fighting. Just don't forget. Tsushima needs you.
I'll never forget that.
Good. We'll cover more ground if we split up.
Hit the Mongols from all sides. Take back our home.
Goodbye, Jin. And take care of yourself.
I will. You too, Yuna.